unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night. Big Flex and Chris spreading the vibe. Eric and the mad scientist, David by my side. Untamed, unhinged, talking reptiles all day. Positivity's our topic in every single way. Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night. Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night. Big Flex and Chris spreading the vibe. Eric and the mad scientist, David by my side. Untamed, unhinged, talking reptiles all day. Positivity's our topic in every single way. Zero talk with the community's voice, spreading love and knowledge, making noise by choice. Reptiles and exotics, we stand strong. Untamed, unhinged, singing our song. Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night.
Untamed, unhinged, and I love that song. All right, let's go. What's up, Kat? What is up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Untamed Unhinged Reptile Podcast. Of course, I'm Chris, Big Flexing, CEO, Flexing, Finesse, and Reptiles. And then we got a Kat from Arachnid Cats, my special guest co-host. Today we got a good one for you guys. We got a good one. But go ahead, Kat. If you want to make any shout outs, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. As always, I have to rep out some merch. Today I have Sugar Skull Serpents from Kevin. Love you, Kevin. And I'm working on, I want to get my own logo on, so we got to talk about that backstage.
Okay.
So I can't wait to get those. Hopefully, maybe by next month, I can give you more stuff to work with.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, everything's all good.
I just wrote myself. Obviously. Let me sure.
Ooh, you're so creative, Chris. The things you come up with is mind blowing.
I try. It's hard. It's super hard. And then try to at the same time. So I gotta try and be creative and work with you guys at the same time. Work myself. And
exactly.
Then try and mesh it all together. But it's at the same time, it's hard. It's super hard, super exhausting, it's tiring.
Yeah, but that's why you have people out there who love you and support you. That makes it just a little that much better.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to quit, but then you get those messages no, don't leave, bro, don't leave. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've thought about it a couple of times because sometimes I get overwhelmed.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah, I know you do, but that's why we're here to talk about it.
But I was looking at you at Sark. I don't see anything for you at Sark, any new updates or nothing as I was looking right now. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to go ahead and bring out RDJ, our guest. Mm-hmm. His name's Jay, the letter J. And we're going to go ahead and bring him out. What's up, Jay?
Hello. Good evening or good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Kat, for inviting me on. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Problem, man. I'm glad to have you on. I'm glad to have you here. And I can't wait to hear your story, how your journey began, where RDJ started.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, can't wait. Yeah. Cool, blimey. Well, yeah. It's always one of the hard ones. People go, where do you start? Or, what was your first reptile? Starting, do you know what? For me, it was all the way back with Jurassic Park when that first came out. Being younger and watching all of those and how they interacted with all the, the dinosaurs in the movie. For me, I was like, I want my own dinosaur. I've got to have my own Velociraptor. You're like, yeah, I want a dinosaur. And then, you get older and you start watching Steve Irwin, Terry Irwin, you watch, the Australian Zoo and what they did, Mark O'Shea, Steve Backshall, all of those that were on TV at the time. Animal Planet was such a big thing, channel-wise. So it was all of that content and all that information that we could take on. And I just fell in love with it. And you know, for me, that's what really got me the bug of the cold-blooded animals. And then you become an adult and you have adult money, and then you end up with rooms like this, and you know, like what you guys have got. You know, it's not something you just sort of snap into. You know, it's definitely something that you grow into, I think.
You do what you want with it.
Man, I remember Animal Planet. Now that you speak of that,
Yeah,
I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I so wish we still had that.
That or Steve Irwin.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? Just watching him jump in the boat with his missus and go down this river and go, right, come on in, dear, we're going crocodile hunting. Yeah, right, love. Yeah, right, off we go. You know, and off they went as a team. Oh, you jump on its back, Terry. I'll just lasso its mouth.
Yes.
Right.
You know, but this is it. You know, that's it. I'm just gonna give this big croc a kiss on the mouth and send it on its way. You know, for me, it was just addictive. I'd watch episodes on repeat just because I loved the passion that he had and the message that it was putting across of, yes, we live here, but they live here as well. We're expanding and taking over more ground and building more houses and you know, taking over more real estate, but we're then crossing over with their territory. So there's going to be more moments where it crosses over, and we have to learn to live with them. Now, in the UK, we don't have lots of reptiles. Sadly, you know, we only have, you know, limited species. But what I wanted to do is try and do my own take of that and go, look, we have people that have all of these reptiles as pets. Let's make sure we have the right information going out there, you know, the right advice. Everyone can go on Facebook, everyone can go on Reddit and Discord chats, and everyone can sit there behind a keyboard and tap away and say that bearded dragons need to sit on toilet paper for substrate or something. And you know, there's going to be somebody that believes them, but it's having that face that you can go and actually speak to. So much like the, you know, the YouTube videos and stuff, you put a face to that information, and it's such an old school mentality of actually going out and seeing someone for help rather than googling what substrate does my bearded dragon need.
Right. It's not the same, whereas you're actually having hands-on experience where you can see the difference.
Completely. We've all of our bearded dragons are on naturalistic substrate, and there are reasons for that, and this is what we tell people, you know, having them on lino tiles or we picked one up that was on aqua sand because that's what they were told by the pet shop.
The worst.
It baffles me how that got through and how that wasn't picked up on. But you know, and then sitting down and having a chat with these people and go, actually, do you think in Australia where they're from there is pink sand? No. Right, okay, well, actually, you know, think about it. You know, don't just do, somebody tells you they're on paper towels, go, really? You know, it's just questioning that little bit of information. Could be right, but still question it and ask why. And that's what we want to do. That's what we drive forward.
Yeah, there's also these different color sands. Like, why would you? There's no green or purple sand in the wild, so why would you? It's crazy.
They do it because it's decorative. It's colorful.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it is. But it's the one that gets me is it's called aqua sand.
So
bearded dragons aren't aquamarine animals.
No.
So you
on aqua sand.
So I got, what's crazy is I started using the sand and I just bought this baby bearded dragon. It was a translucent red, and I put it in the aquarium or the tank, the enclosure. Sorry. and it just started eating the sand. And I was watching him. I was like, "What the hell is he doing? Why is he doing that?"
Yeah.
And then I talked to some people, and they're like, "You need to get him out of that and just put him on paper, because if he's gonna be doing that, he's gonna get impacted with sand and he's gonna die." So I had to take him out and just start using paper. He just started eating the sand just right off the rip. Just
we have had bearded dragons that have come in, and they have been known to eat sand or substrate. So if we take an animal in and we quarantine it, we use chip shop paper, because it's really absorbent, and we want to keep an eye on any wee, poo, blood, any sort of fluids or anything at all. And the chip shop paper, where it's a neutral color, it's easy to pick up on all of that. It's easy to clean, easy to disinfect, easy to sort the vivarium out. And it's actually been to our advantage that bearded dragon wasn't eating when he was in the vivarium. We put in a naturalistic one, he stopped eating sand and he started just eating bugs like normal. And we could only put it down to 1, stress, or 2, not enough food. But it's very hard for us, because we only have that bearded dragon for a little bit of time until potentially he gets rehomed. People who are the owners and they've had them for years, you understand your reptile's body language, you understand how they interact with you. So it's easier for you to pick up on certain body cues that the bearded dragon might be giving you. And this is what we teach people as new reptile owners. You pick up body language off of dogs and cats. It's the same with reptiles as well.
Yep. And there's so many bearded dragons around the world where they're being put in surrenders, like in other pet shops. They're just going back to the pet shop, or they're being thrown out because people don't know how to take care of them. And my mind is like, then why did you get one in the first place without doing your research? You may have done the pet shop research, but that's not accurate. That's not enough. So I just feel so bad for these bearded dragons. And that's the most thing that you see is bearded dragons being either surrendered to other pet shops or going back. And it's just,
but at the same time, like, you do the minimum research, but research is still evolving.
yes.
Like, it's still evolving. It's still growing. Like, there's always research. You always got to learn.
The thing that I always like about keeping reptiles, it's the only niche or animal ownership that's driven by private owners. We're the ones that give the information out to the companies by doing what we do, and then they then adapt to it. They don't have these big organizations that have hundreds of bearded dragons go, right, these on toilet paper, these on puppy pads, these on sand, these on aquasand. No. They wait for us to do all the research and then go, ta-da, there you go, this is what we're going to do. So it's absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love the fact that, we're the ones that drive it forward.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I do apologize if you do pick up any dogs barking. We got 2 rescue dogs, and one of them gets very anxious at car doors. So,
oh no, you're good. We hear them, but they're low.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. That's cool. Good.
Like, I don't hear them as loud, but I do hear them barking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah. So, like, I'm gonna go back a little bit, because when I came back into the reptile hobby, the first person I saw, I came back, like I said, I used to watch Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, was Brian Barchett.
Yeah. Yeah.
And back then he was doing videos where his snakes would bite him or Chewy. Was it Chewy?
Yeah. It was Snake Bites TV he was doing.
Yes. And I saw that and I was like, man, this guy's always getting bit. But now I see why they did that. It was to get views and everything. People like that, which is weird. But I was just like, man, why is he always getting bit for?
I mean, he had such a bad rep at one point because of how he'd started, with BHB and how he moved on. And at the end, and still now, he's doing absolutely fantastic things. Absolutely fantastic things. Really engaging with social media, really engaging with a wider audience. Absolutely awesome. It really was. It's so upsetting what happened to him. It really is. But hopefully, with the legacy that they, that's open, that seems to be doing really, really well. Hopefully, it keeps going upwards and onwards and upwards.
Yeah. What Steve Irwin, Brian Barczyk, Kevin McCurley, and Tom, I forgot his last name, but they all paved the way for us in the hobby, in the industry, to branch out and just basically not just copy what they did, but inspire other people to do the same thing. Because that phrase, kids are the future, the children are our future. We are the future, and we have to be.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with RDJ, it is family run.
Mm.
So RDJ is actually the initials of mine, my wife, and my daughter's name. So Roella, Daisy, and Jamie. So that's where it came from, because I want it to be all inclusive. The two hognose snakes that we spoke about earlier on, they're actually my daughters. So the two rear fang venom snakes that we've got, they're hers, and she absolutely loves them. We've got another one that we're due to be getting within the next couple of months. Absolutely loves them to pieces. They've got such character about them, and they're hers. She does all of the work with them. She does all the handles with them. She cleans them out the lot because they're her animals. She understands all of that. She's grown up with it.
Wow. So they learn from a very young age the responsibility and the importance of these animals. That's good. You're doing a good job.
Completely, yeah. And she loves it. She loves it. She loves coming to shows. She was nominated for an award from a company called the Animal Star Awards.
Wow.
And she actually came, it's second place, but it's called highly commended for under 18s.
Okay.
Out of the three that were recommended, all of them were reptile related.
That's awesome.
Phenomenal. So and it's only because we have loads of people that say, do you know what, she's so good. We get the sandbower out. We've got a Kenyan sandbower. She'll take him out and she'll teach people about the Kenyan sandbower, where he comes from, how he eats, how he acts, why they do it, why their face is pointed and stuff like that. People are like, you're 9 years old and she's teaching adults.
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. It really is.
So your whole family's involved, or is it just your kids?
So it's myself, my wife, and my daughter. Then I've got my two nephews, my cousin, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, and then we've got two very close family friends who help out as well, who do some fostering for us. So where we do some rescues as well. If we haven't got space for certain animals, then they'll go down to them and they'll foster and look after them, and then we rehome them from there on. So yeah, it's a very nice, close-knit, company, which is what we wanted at the end of the day. It's lovely working with people you don't know, because you can sort of go, I don't know you, I don't know what you're doing, off you go. So, that's a little bit easier, but with family it's nice because we all have that passion. We all find that enjoyment out of it. We do events and we go, blimey, that was really, really hard work, but God, we got paid, because you feel it in there. When you get that moment from someone, they go, oh, they're not slimy, they're not scary, they're not trying to eat me or choke me out, and you go, yeah. That little light bulb moment. I always say to people, yeah, okay, the money that we make goes into the, helps the animals, but what pays me is that light bulb moment. And
That's
Yeah, you know, it's good. It's good for the soul. You know, it's good. It's good for the soul. The old, you know, the old karma box is, you know, it's lovely.
That's good that you have that support system in your family. That's nice.
Let me tell you what, I really don't. I know most of us don't. I know a lot of us don't. But the whole thing, like that really got me to do the podcast too was my son. My son was like, Dad, let's do some videos. And the whole reason I got a snake was because of my son. And I got back into it. And it was a adult ball python.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, Dad, I want that snake. And I was like, son, you're like 4. You know?
And now how many do you have?
I have 36. 37. I just got another one.
All snakes.
Yes, all snakes. I got an emerald, I got a corn, I got
the retic,
rat snakes, 2 sambos, a retic, 2 hog noses. I got like the rest are ball pythons. Oh, and 2 bolas. Monkey bola and a sun globe call bola. Yeah.
And I thought I had problems.
I had a frog, but
Yeah.
I got out of the enclosure again. I don't know how they keep getting out.
Do you know, they find the weirdest way of getting out. If they want to get out, they're getting out.
they get out, yeah.
So what kind of reptiles we got going in?
Like my chameleon. I don't know if you guys can see him. Can you see him on the window?
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see him over hanging.
Yeah. What a dude. Love it.
He's a nutcase, that one.
But yeah, so like my son, he saw Brian Barczyk and he wanted to do those videos, like those vlog videos, I guess what they're called.
Yeah.
And they'll like, hey, come with us on a trip, Dad. Let's go out there and see if we can catch snakes and lizards. Like he wanted to do all of that, but then they moved across seas. They moved to Hawaii, both of them.
Oh.
And then they moved back to Maryland. So now they're in Maryland. That's where she's gonna stay. So I have to fly out to Maryland or find a way, you know, to get up there to go see them. Drive out there one day maybe. But
you know what? When you go out there, it's going to make it so much sweeter when you take him out there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is absolutely make his day.
Mm-hmm.
Going all out there,
show up and surprise.
Oh, but just go out there, go out with a catch bag and a snake hook. Oh, he's beaming.
So what kind of animals do you find if you go out herping out where you live?
Not many. Not many.
RDJ.
So we've got 3 species of snakes, a couple of species of lizards, and a couple of species of frogs and newts. We've not got lots. Normally the most common things that I find out in the wild is actually corn snakes where they've gotten out.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Your face.
Yeah.
So do you catch them and rehouse them, or you just let them go?
So we do different ways. So we've had one for the last week. I joke that I've been playing Pokemon in real life. No, hang on, let me explain. We had somebody not far from us found a little lay-by area, and they released their collection of ball pythons and just dumped them.
Wow.
Dumped them out into the wilds of Kent, which isn't very good. And we were getting phone calls. Oh, we found this one. We found this one. And so we've found 5 out of what we think is 7. One we still haven't found, but we don't think it's survived. One has gone and been picked up by another reptile rescue that we used to volunteer at, which is the National Centre for Reptile Welfare. We then had 5. One of them didn't make it, sadly. So, yeah. But it had been, we can think that it had been out for at least a week. And I think it probably hit 24 at the highest. So yeah, it's not nice, but we'll get them. We got the call. We went and collected them. We bring them back home. We quarantine them. We then do, if they need vets, we take them to the vets, pay for that. We do parasite checks. We do everything that we can for them. And then when they're nice and healthy and they shed, they eat, they poo, then, you know, that basically shows you that they've got the full movement. And then we go, right, and then we look to rehome them.
That's good. So you know, so you guys have a protocol that you take.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So where we operate out of our house, rather than actually out of a building at the moment, we have a maximum that we can take. So we're always very cautious of that. But when somebody rings you and goes, I've just found a snake in the middle of the road, can you come and get it? I can't really say no. So, you know, there I jump in my van and drive off and try and catch it.
Yeah.
I want to say something like that because, like, I'm blessed because the emeralds I have, they were surrendered to me. And the only reason they got surrendered is because the guy reached out to Amy. And Amy was like, yeah, he's in San Antonio. You should check him out. So he checked out my page. And when I said, yeah, dude, I have all these snakes. He's like, yeah. He's like, I looked you up. And he's also talked to Amy. Amy told me you were a good guy. And I was like, oh, shit, I appreciate that. Like, I didn't even know people own these kind of snakes here in San Antonio. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do, but
we've had people that have reached out to us directly. We've had boa constrictors, I've had blood pythons, emerald tree boas, and all that, where people have found us through searches, word of mouth, and they've reached out to us and gone, can you take this? If I've got space, I'll take it. If I haven't, then I will help them find somewhere suitable for it to go. I'm not just going to go, sorry, no, can't help you, bye. You know, I know, you know, like yourselves, you know, certain people, if somebody rings you, goes, oh yeah, I've got this spider, and you go, yeah, I know who. You know, or, you know, oh, I've got this snake. Yeah, no, that's fine. Chris will be the man. You know, you know people. So if people ring us and we haven't got space, we could go, right, have you tried this person, or this person? Or I might know somebody who is looking for that one. So then I'll just go and just, you know, connect the dots and go, you speak to that person, there you go, sorted. Because otherwise they just release it. Or
that's true though. They'll just let it go.
Or they just give up and go, oh, don't want it anymore.
Wow.
You know, and it's not fair on them. It's really not fair.
That's true. Are there any venomous snakes in your area, like in the wild?
We have the British adder, which is rear fang venomous.
Okay.
So it's not, I'll say it's not harm.
That's kind of like a puff adder, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So it's, if you're like a young child or a dog, it would probably do some damage. But we had, and I always tell people the story. We had an elderly gentleman who turned up to one of our events, probably 75, spry chap. And he said, does this look like a snake bite? And it was just 2 holes in his hand, 2 puncture marks. And I went, yeah, could be. What happened? I was taking the dog for a walk. The dog got spooked, pulled me down. As I put my hand down, something tagged my hand. And he said, my hand started to swell up. I said, all right, well, what did the hospital say? He said, no, I went home, had some aspirin and ibuprofen, and then I went down the pub for a pint.
Okay.
So
I was like, okay, sorry, that couldn't be any more British answer in the world. Pop a couple of tablets and then go down to the pub, you know, go down the pub for a pint. It was brilliant. And I said, well, how long ago was that? He said, oh, it was about a week. I said, if you're still here, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're fine. Why ask?
But he just came over all blasé and was just like, this is what happened. Took a couple of paracetamol and went. It was just phenomenal.
Wow.
That's awesome. He's like, I'm just going to go down to the pub.
Yeah.
such an answer. I absolutely love it. But when I tell the story to people, then they go, "Oh, okay, so they're not gonna kill you." And I said, "Well, no, but if you're in that position, you've already gone too far. If you've seen a wild snake or seen an animal that you don't know, don't go up and poke it with a stick.
Right.
You know, give it some space, give it some respect, acknowledge it. That's fine. No worries. I'll go that way. You stay there. You know, admire it, take a picture, whatever, and then off you go."
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but in order for a puff adder, it's rear fang, so it would have literally had to latch onto his hand. It's not just gonna strike him.
oh, it would have to have got him and given him a proper chew.
Yeah.
Oh, I always say to people when I explain rear fang, I always say to them, it's like chewing a overcooked bit of meat, and you're sitting there, you know, giving it a good old half-hour munch. So if they bite you and they start chewing down on you, okay, you know, there's a chance that you could get envenomated, but unless you've got underlying health issues or you're a chihuahua, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So my next question is, what was you sent me a picture of your award. What was that for?
So we have won an award twice for animal education organisation. So there is an awards company called the Prestige Award, and they do UK, they do over in Dubai, and there's another country they've just started as well a couple of years back. And we were nominated last year, and we actually won it again this year as well.
Nice.
So for a company that's been going just under 2 years, you know, to get that pat on the back is wonderful. It's not something you don't start a company and go, do you know what, I want to rack up some awards. You know, you do what you do because you love doing it and you want to do it, and occasionally you get that little pat on the back, and it is wonderful. It really is wonderful.
That's good. That's something you hardly don't see as well either.
Exactly. It's, you know, there's so 1, 2, so Prestige Awards twice. Daisy was highly commended for the Animal Star Awards, and as a little exclusive, we have been named Animal Education Organisation and Rehoming Company. I think that's the way they put it. Can't remember, for 2025, which we were awarded earlier on today.
Wow.
So that will actually go out later on. I haven't quite done the post yet. So there you go. There's a little one. So yeah, it's, you know, it is lovely because again, it is something that we strive to do as a family. Right. You know, Daisy, my wife, we all get involved. You know,
but that's awesome though. Like, you start something and you don't expect to win an award about, like, win awards.
Yeah,
being the
exactly.
Best, you know, like animal organization.
It's lovely, and it's nice because it's nice for us to be able to share that, because it puts, you know, a positive on reptile keeping. Yeah, there's so much stuff, and I know you guys get a lot over there. You know, there's a lot of negativity around reptile keeping. And you know, US Arc over there, you've also got Responsible Reptile Keeping, who have just started branching out into the over there as well. So you've got all of these organizations which are trying their hardest to fix the misinformation and the emotive text that people are putting out to try and put down reptile keeping and twist the narrative that they're putting out there, which is an absolutely amazing job, and it is an uphill struggle. Being able to then go, right, but we've got these awards for what we do, because what we do is good.
Yeah, it's actual work.
Eat that.
Yeah.
You know, that's you know, for me, we can use that as a weapon and a tool to actually go, do you know what these people are doing is top notch. And we're able to do what we do because what they're doing.
Yeah, it's proof.
Yeah, completely. completely. So yeah, we're so thankful for it, and we absolutely love it.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
For real, congrats.
Yeah, we're over here proud.
Yeah, no, I know, no, we do. We display it on like little bit. I don't put it out in big bits and pieces, but there's like a little trophy that they gave us. We always put that. If we have a display up, I'll put it at the side somewhere. I don't want it front and center because that's not the point.
You're right. Yeah.
It will sit at the side, and somebody might notice it and go, "Oh, that's lovely. They do a really good job." If one person does, that's brilliant. If nobody does, for me, it's not about the glory, if that makes sense. It's just about doing the job and making sure the information's put out there correctly.
Perfect. What was your other question, Chris?
I was thinking right now.
Oh.
I was like,
I know.
Oh, well, you know what? While I think of that, I'll drop the sponsor reel. I'll do the sponsor reel real quick. But we got Fandex, because Fandex app is not in the reel yet, because I still got to add it into the reel. And then we got Tasty Critters. If you use the code Untamed, you'll get like 10% off on your order. Feeders, like insects. So, and they're really good as far as that I've seen. I haven't ordered yet, which I'm going to here soon, but I know they're really good as far as from what I'm hearing or what I've seen. But I'm gonna go ahead and run this reel, and then when I come back, I'll ask you a question.
Lights come on, pulse in the air, we unite. Cold-blooded, got 5 feet in the night. Cold-blooded, caffeine, fueling the fight. Reptile crew, got our backs tight. Think you fan for a kick with the soul. CMB reptiles rolling with soul. Hold no soul, lifting the goal. Together we burn like burning coal. Elevate, more fries in the show. Irresistible pythons letting it flow. Rhetoric crew, yeah, we watch them go. Indigo, reptile close, set the glow. Shadow feeders with shadow feeders. Under the rock with cold-blooded hitters. Ship your reptiles, make life better. South Bay reptiles through every weather. Shaman, Blue Tongue Republic. Arc adventures, riding Republic. No fakes, no breaks, we're here to publish. Taking it higher, dreams embellished. Sponsors love through beats, we rise. Showing thanks to that under the skies. Unite the world, reptile ties. Cold blood, warm hearts, no disguise.
What'd you think of that?
Oh, I'm loving that. I'm that and your intro. I want to know who did them because they're brilliant.
Right?
I did that. The intro was done by Herbs Collectors actually, but I've done all the other intros on the podcast.
Yeah.
That one because I had to learn how to do it. So when I learned how to do it, that's when I did my own intros and everything. So
he does an amazing job.
That's so good.
He does
love that.
Mm-hmm.
Very creative person. Very creative person.
Yes.
It's a lot of work. It's so many apps. It's a lot of apps. It's a lot of time. It's time consuming. Like all the logos too. Like I made Cat's logo. I made this logo. The shirt I'm wearing right now. I made that. I designed all that. The backdrops. It's time consuming. So much time. Like I said, just intros, outros, and then trying to put them up all together, have them ready for, other people's podcasts so we can start rolling and get other people out. Every time somebody was like, "Hey, I would love to do a podcast on your show, on your channel," I'll be like, "Sure, like come on." And I'll tell them, and I'll do the whole background. I'll send them flyers first, how they look, because let me see, I have a flyer here. Like when I do flyers, I always send a.
Can you show them on the screen? Some of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna show.
The ones that he hasn't seen.
So like Cat's flyer, for instance, I'll do it right now. All the flyers look like this, but the backgrounds are different. They have like it's the same template. So it'll be like this. Yeah. I'll just add a different background or whatever she does. So she's a tarantula a girl, tarantula girl. It's tarantulas.
Wow.
Girl.
Man, you must be working 35/8, not 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working a lot, and they'll even hit me up like I'll be out and cat be like, Chris, guess what?
Yeah.
You know, and I'd be like, what? Like,
I'm
what's up?
always
What's she doing?
bothering him.
And it's cool because it's fine because what she's
Yeah.
doing is awesome. It's amazing all the people she's getting on her podcast.
Yeah.
So it's Amy, like Amy too. She's like, Chris, you're rocking it. You're doing a good job. She's like, I want to say you as much as I can. So like my next question was like, who inspires you the most to keep pushing you to do what you do at RDJ Reptiles?
Who inspires me the most? Do you know what? It's actually the people that we meet. I know it sounds really weird. It's the people that we meet, and when they have such a lovely interaction, and then as they walk away, they go, "Oh wow, yeah! Oh, really? Oh, that snake was amazing. I didn't feel that. Oh, that iguana was. Oh, for me, that it just keeps me going. It really does. You know, when you have. So I've got a small group of friends that I know over here that do YouTubes and podcasts, and we talk quite often. And we had a group of 15 stenodactylus, so like little June geckos that we took in, and I'd known about them. I've not kept them, so straight away on the little group, right there you go. And then, you know, I'm talking to somebody and the knowledge is there and I could just take that straight away. So for me, the inspiration is the people that we interact with, because they're the ones that keep me doing and us doing what we do. I think that's the driving force behind RDJ.
I could agree with that because like a while back I wanted to get out of the hobby and the whole industry and everything because a lot of shit was going down. A lot of shit was going down, and it was a bunch of negativity. Then my account got hacked. I was about to hit 3,000, and then it got hacked, and I was just like, I swear to God, you're trying me. You know, and like, it really sucked. And at the time, I was going through a lot of shit, like a divorce. Then that my account gets hacked. And then it just wanted to just end it. And then people would reach out to me like,
it's the little cherry on top, isn't it? So that's the last thing you needed. Yeah.
And then the whole community got together at that time, started raising money for me, bonus me. They helped me out, get me back on my feet. And they really like showed empathy.
Yes.
You know, for me. And back then that was kind of hard because back then there was a lot of negativity. There was a lot of hearsay, like he said that, she said this, and then they try to pull you into that. You know, and they're like, don't put me into that. So yeah, I would try to get out. I was gonna try to get out and end this, and then somebody was like, you should start a podcast. My son too. It's like, Dad, why don't you just start a podcast? Let's do YouTube, Dad. And he just kept egging me on. He was like, Dad, let's all do it together. So he used to come on. And I'm gonna change the background real quick because I want you to see the outro real quick. So this is my old podcast background, and the outro. He's like at the end of this outro right here. I'm gonna play it. It's only it's a minute, but he's at the end of it, and he let me record it, and he would do that. So I'm gonna play it real quick.
That was cute.
Yeah,
Okay.
love
That's all I had before you left. Before you moved
love
out to Hawaii.
that.
So every time that was my other podcast. That was Sex and Inflection podcast, and it was just Sex and Inflection back then. But then we had that Reptile podcast because a
Yeah.
lot of people were like, "Well, what is Sex and Inflection about?" Because every time you type in sex, you know.
Do you know what? They bring out the when you start involving kids, they really do bring out the fun side of it. They really do. So I did. It was a birthday party, and I was explaining about hognose snakes, and my daughter was with me. And I said to them, I said, "Oh, you know, their defense is to play dead and stuff like that." And it's really Shakespeare. It's over the top. And then my daughter said, "Dad, do the deaf one." And I went, "Oh, right." And I pretended, "Oh, I'm hognose. Oh, I'm dying. Oh no." And do you know what? I laid on the floor and I pretended to be dead, and everyone started laughing, and it was amazing. And I wouldn't have done that on my own because I didn't think about it, but
yeah,
just having Daisy there and going, just do it, Dad, because it'd be really funny. I did it, and it was an absolute hit.
Yeah.
So I do. You know, when you involve, you know, your kids, it takes it to a whole new level. It really does.
Yeah. It brings out your inner child.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to bring up my inner child. I promise you that. It's, you know.
What's I say? I was like, I wanted to add to like, when as we're doing this podcast, like, and I listen to you talk, like, you inspired me too, and then, like, you inspire me a lot. How your family's always with you, and you're organized, you know, and y'all come together, and it's amazing. It's so positive.
It's hard. I'm not going to lie to you, Chris. It's hard. I have days where I'm sort of like, I just want to them. But at the end of the day, we also go, but hang on. You know, we are family. Me and my wife, when we're at events, she'll do something, and I'm like, no. And then I'll go, but hang on, no, that's my wife, not my employee.
Oh.
So it's a bit of a grey area. But she'll go, no, that's the way I'm doing it. We'll talk about it later on. And then we come back and, you know, we discuss what we did at the event, if it went well or if it didn't. And, you know, it works. It really does. You know, it's not always easy, I promise you.
It's definitely not. Like, to have
it is good fun.
I'm sorry, Jay, but yeah, it's definitely not. But to have, like, to try and find time for loved ones, and then do things for yourself as well to stay, you know, I guess in time, I guess, to stay with time.
Yeah,
it's rough. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, being able to do the reptile events with the family is lovely because it's something that we all love doing and we all do together. Now, I work full time as well, so I do night work. My wife works full time; she works during the day, so we're different ends of the scale of the daytime as well. So we don't get to see much of each other then. So when we do reptile events, it's not just an event, it's us actually spending time together as a family. You know, so it's us enjoying ourselves as well. And, you know, it really does show, especially when you're, you know, doing events and you've got thousands of people waiting to see you. And I've done it. I've just turned over and I've looked at my missus and I've just gone, love you. You know, because we're doing something. I've seen what she's done, and she's, you know, done really well with Bearded Dragon or something. And this, you know, maybe a kid that had learning difficulties was a bit of a struggle. She's done really, really well. And I'll turn around and go, love you. You know, it's having that ability to do that as well. So
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is brilliant. It is brilliant.
That's awesome. And I'm going to say something because before we start, like when I started this podcast, I always wanted Kat to do a podcast on this channel. And Kat didn't do a podcast for like a long time.
It took some convincing.
She just kept watching us and then kept watching. Then I had other people come on, start coming on more. And then they left. And then she was like, okay. She's like, Chris, what do I got to do to become on your channel? I said, what do you want? Like, what's your logo? Like, what's the name of the podcast? You got a name? We just started going from there.
Yeah. But every step of the way, I included Chris in it. So we worked as a team.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I mean, you know, this is what, you know, we do. Yeah. Okay. You know, it's myself and my wife that started the company, but any decisions, you know, we generally ask everybody because everybody's a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't always happen, but we try to, because if we do something that is going to have a negative impact, I'd rather not do it.
Mm-hmm.
Always see it. We're only human.
Yeah.
But, you know, I want to include everybody. And if the majority says no, don't do it, then okay, I probably won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you know, it's just including the family with it.
Yeah, I think I have a more supportive family in this world than in my actual personal life. So I understand as well, but I am very grateful to Chris and everyone in the family, in in the podcast family, because they really have. They're the ones who look out for me. They're the ones who contact me. They're the ones who actually there for me. And so before I even started this, Chris was the one that's saying, hey, you can do this. You can do anything that you put your mind to it. Like, he was just there supporting me, and he was there as my friend, a father figure, and a brother figure. So I appreciate him to the fullest. So if it wasn't for Chris, I'd probably still be doing something not good. Where my time would be wouldn't be somewhere good. It would. So I'm glad that I'm doing something productive now.
Well, there you go. That that one interaction between you and Chris has now blossomed to this, where you've got him to support you. My wife is a huge support for myself. I struggle with mental health, and I have done for a long time. And she's been with me through everything. And there are days where she'll look at me and go, you're being a bit of a silly sausage. But there are days where she'll look at me and go, right, okay, have you taken your meds? Have you done this? Is everything going all right? So she'll keep me in check as well. But it's not been easy.
It's definitely not. You just gotta see the positive about things. That's what I tell the guys. It's like I've been hit like with so many sponsors leaving, getting knocked down. Then like the last podcast, my ex co-host just was like, I'm not doing sex and flexing no more. We're 2 episodes away from our 100th episode on that podcast. And actually, I wanted to say you're our 80th episode, which I got to go back and fix this at the end of this podcast, because you're our 80th episode. I was trying to do at least 2 more before I got to you, but I just didn't have time.
That's all right. That's all right.
But you're our 80th episode, which is awesome. So
excellent.
we're like 20 away from 100, I think. Right?
That when you reach up 100, awesome.
Yep. Yeah, because when I rebranded after he left, because that took a lot of time, because I had to rebrand the podcast logo, rebrand everything, find a co-host that would actually stay. Because at first I had a girl co-host. It was her name was Medusa from TikTok. then she got busy with life and then just stopped doing them. She did 3 episodes with me. I think that was it. And then I was like, damn, I need a co-host. And then I seen Eric, EA Snakes, who would come in. And then when he can't do it, I asked Kat. But Eric came in a little bit after her. He was always in the channel. I was like, you know what? Why don't you come in, jump on the podcast and co-host? And he did. At first, he was super quiet. I would do all the talking. And then he started opening up more. And then he went to Reptile Show. They're like, aren't you Eric from Untamed and Unhinged? Like, people started to know him. And he was like, dude, that felt good. I was like,
do you know what it when when people recognize you, it's a weird thing. I was just shopping, and there was a mother and a daughter that were not, like when people sort of, when you think you know someone, and you sort of give them that weird sort of look. And they were doing that, and I was sort of like thinking, I don't, no, I don't, and I was really trying to. And then the mum came up to it. Are you the reptile man? I went, yeah. I didn't have any logo on or anything, and she went, oh, you went to my daughter's school last week. And I was like, oh, right, okay, oh, hi. And she just came up to me and started reciting all of my animals, all the information I said about them, everything. And I was like, that is amazing. And I looked at her and went, I'm really sorry. I really don't know what to do now. And I just stood there. I was like, what do I do? So I said, look, I'm going to go this way. You're going to go that way.
Have a great day.
Yeah, have a great day. But it was the weirdest thing. I literally got out the shop and I rang my missus. I was like, oh, this feels so weird. But when you do social media, you put yourself out there for lots and lots of people.
Yeah.
And then somebody goes, oh, you're the snake man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, I've been called worse, but yeah, I'll take that. And it's lovely because it means that what you're doing and what you're putting out there is sitting in people's brains.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're rent free up there, then it means they're taking in the information.
Exactly.
And that for me, again, as I said, the inspiration is the people out there. They're the ones that enjoy what we do, and it just keeps us going. So that was the weirdest one, I think, probably getting stopped in the shop.
That's
for
funny.
me, that was a weird one, that one.
But I do love I'm sorry, Kat.
No, you're fine.
I do love when I walk into PetSmart and they're holding their snakes, and I'll be like, oh, you got an albino ball python. They're like, how do you know that? Like, because I breed and sell ball pythons,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, what is this? I said, that's just normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's this? What's this royal? And you go, no, that's a leopard gecko. That's not a royal. Put it down. Go on.
They'd be like, how do you like, what do they need? I said, all you need is a tub and a heat pad for that ball python. And he's like, I want to put red light. They're telling me to get red light and this and that. I was like, you don't need all that. Like, stop.
Yeah.
You're going to fry him.
Oh, the red lights. I hate when people say red lights. But no, it's, I work for Pets at Home. So I guess it's like our equivalent of PetSmart. Okay. And I have colleagues that I know and I deliver to, and they will ring me and ask me, oh, we've got this person that wants X, Y, and Z. What do I tell them? Hello, yes, no, fine, excellent. And I'll give them that advice. So I've even got them that reach out to us and ask us for advice and help, which is wonderful because they're doing the right thing. If they don't know, ask. As we said, research is knowledge, is that's what you want, and that's what it's there for.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's always interesting getting a phone call from a pet shop asking for advice. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. You get used to it though.
That's so cool.
It is. It's fun. And what were you going to say, Kat, before I interrupted you?
I don't know.
Go on.
What?
Go on.
What did I say?
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. The moment she left. No, it's okay. Actually, Will had a question here.
Oh, what was it? Because I missed it.
Yeah, he said, "What are your projects? Your favorite projects you're working on, RDJ?"
Oh,
You know what? I didn't even think to ask that either. That's crazy.
Projects we're working on. So we've recently done an event down with Dover Council. So it's a council towards the deep east of Kent. So we've got a couple of projects on with them at the moment, which will be coming up within the next couple of months. We are also looking at getting ourselves registered as a charity as well.
Wow.
Which will be big for us, because where we're all self-funded, it means that we can get a little bit of extra backing. Because unless you're a charity, companies don't want to
deal. Did he
It's
freeze?
a bit of a shame.
He did a little bit.
Hello.
Okay.
No, you're back. You're back.
Got me back. Excellent. Cool. So yeah, hopefully, if we get registered as a charity, that'll help. That'll help a lot. Trying to think what other ones we've got at the moment. That's a really, really good question.
But y'all can't sell into the States, right? Not anymore. Like we used to back then. I know back then y'all could.
Yeah, no, it's got very hard, you know, to sort of go across those lines now. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd one.
Oh, that's another sponsor shout out. I forgot to shout out. I'm sorry, Will. Will is actually a sponsor of the channel as well. He does shirts.
Nice.
And he does 3D building, like he makes little reptile bowls. Like he does it all, like bar keys, everything. I had some made.
You know what? Those 3D printing machines, magic. Absolutely magic. The amount of stuff that you can do with them is just mind blowing.
Did he freeze again?
No, he's right there.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Okay. Sometimes we get those spells where like freeze.
Yeah, it just freezes.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's cool.
That sucks. Like that y'all can't ship over here like y'all used to. Because I think I got a ball python from somebody out there. I can't remember who.
Yeah.
But it came from the UK.
So, yeah, it's really weird, because where we're not part of the EU anymore, it's affected a lot of the trade across the water. I think there is probably a way of doing it, but you've got to pay a lot more than you should.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's like
I'm going to say you guys have probably pretty much got everything.
Over here, yeah.
Yeah, you got your fingers in so many pies over there. You don't need anything from the UK.
Do you own any tarantulas? Because if you did, I missed that.
Charge?
No, tarantulas. Do you own any tarantulas?
No. The wife put her foot down on that one. Not literally. It's like no tarantulas.
All right, Kat, ask him your question now. Where he's like, "What scares you of spiders?"
You're scared?
Yeah.
You what? And your wife?
Right. Okay. It's not scared. Just mutually respectful of space.
Understandably, I understand.
Yeah.
He said, "Mutual respect for the space."
Yeah. No, I don't mind them, but if we were to introduce them to our events, I think dealing with herpetophobia and then arachnophobia as well is a lot. So at least if I can just go, look, it's just these, then they go, Okay, no spiders, cool. Brilliant. Rather than having everybody going, hang on, what's that? Did that move? Is that okay? What's that? You know, you heighten everyone's senses. Everyone puts their guard up. But yeah, so Daisy wanted a Goliath bird-eating tarantula.
Yeah, I had 2 of those.
Yeah. So we went to the pet shop. I got one, little sling. Yep, excellent, wonderful. And I said to you, this is going to be like dinner plate size, babe. This is going to be, no, it'll be all right. Okay. Then she went to go upstairs, and as she went upstairs, there was a little house spider. And putting it politely, she ran away. I'm like, but you've what? And that, all right, whatever. So
it makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense. But then Daisy helps us deal with the Burmese pythons and the reticulated pythons. She'll deal with those, but little baby house spider,
she can't.
She's gone.
That's
And it's that irrational fear. So yeah, it's I would probably have 1 or 2, but I wouldn't do events with them. And they would have to be behind a mile thick door with code and retinal lock, just so it doesn't get out, because my missus really doesn't like it. You have to give thumbprints, eye prints, breath test, a lot, just to be able to get in. She's not a fan. Yeah,
like
she's not a fan. Yeah, right. not a fan.
That's
hilarious. But again, she'll deal with the big snakes with us. Yeah. So yeah, it's a weird. It's so hard to explain. The irrational fear to people.
And it's funny you say that, because girls and guys are more scared of snakes than the smaller ones, because they're afraid their heads are going to turn back around. So I always started out with the larger snake. I said, this is what it's going to grow to be.
All the time. So if I do an event and I've got the Kenyan sand boa, or something similar, sort of small size, and then I've got a Burmese python, a reticulated python, somebody go, I'm really scared of snakes. Okay, that's fine. Do you want this? No, I'll have that one.
Yeah.
What, the big one? Yeah. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, go on then. And if for some reason it's just in human nature, we go, the bigger it is, the slower it must be, the easier it is to handle. It's really not. We've got a Burmese python, Big Dan, and I do events with him all day long, and you're doing all of this, putting it over people and interacting with it. I'm done.
They're heavy.
Sold. They are dense, so thick and heavy, and you're like, this is just non-stop.
Deli cup holders, hatch trays, hats.
Yeah, that's what he says. What he does with the 3D printing. That's what he makes.
Yeah.
Deli cup holders, hatch trays, and hats.
Will, I need some. Make some.
Nice.
Big Will's, good for everything. What is this?
So we found where we have like leopard geckos and stuff that come in. So I don't know where you have him over there, but where you have a sofa or a settee, and if it's on a wood floor and you have the little things that sit under the feet, the little plastic. Okay, if you get those, they make really good little water dishes, and you can get them well cheap. So
the little plastic little things that stick onto the glass.
So no, so where you've got the I haven't got any to hand, funnily enough. That's a bit odd. But they're the little for like leopard geckos and stuff like that. So they're the little feet that have the cushions for the sofas that you put underneath the sofa feet to stop them dragging across the wooden floors. So if you take those, they don't always come with the foam on the bottom. So you could take those, and they actually make really nice, like little water dishes. We get them over here, and they're well cheap. And you just find little hacks, like little things that you can do and reuse that actually aren't meant for that.
Yeah.
But we've got somebody who does our 3D printing for the rescue and rehoming hides. So when people rehome a reptile from us, they have an RDJ logoed hide that goes with the animal that animal's been with. So it's got something a little bit that it already knows that it's familiar.
Well, that's cool.
And you know, it's quite nice, and she does all of that, and the little designs and patterns she comes out with just awesome.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Will, can you make something with my logo on it? Like a hide?
He says, I have scorpions, but I can't do spiders.
I know. I can't.
That's the wrong way round.
I can't do scorpions either, though.
What?
I'm afraid to get stung by that thing.
Oh my gosh. No.
I just don't want it to be like.
No.
What's the little tailless one that looks like it's something out of like Alien and Predator?
Yeah,
oh yes, I love Alien vs Predator. That's called a vinegaroon.
What? But what is that? Did evolution just go? There's the body. Where's the?
He said runaway type stuff.
Yeah, got no tails left. Off you go. The first time I see one of them, I literally thought it must have dropped its tail.
You know, the funny thing is, they're not venomous. They're not nothing. The vinegaroons, there's nothing. The only thing that their defense mechanism is to spray vinegar. That long thing, they spray vinegar out of that.
No,
wait, they spray vinegar themselves?
Yeah. It's an acid, but it's a type of acid that is like vinegar. That's why they're called vinegaroons. Yeah.
That's mad.
Guys, they spray a vinegar type acid, but that's their defense mechanism.
I need one of them. I need one of them for my fish and chips. That's what I need.
Wait, what is that? Is that a millipede?
Yeah, it's a millipede. Yeah, it's a North American bumblebee millipede. It's not fully grown yet.
Wow.
It'll
pretty
grow.
Though.
It'll grow about the size of maybe 15 inches. Right now it's at 12. So
that's amazing.
Creepy crawlies. What do they eat? Yeah.
They eat anything like fruits, veggies, dead bugs. This one's my favorite little thing. Because I don't have my snake right now. This is my snake.
Oh yeah, when are you getting that, by the way?
So Kyle said hopefully by the end of August or by the time
because of the heat waves, right?
No, so he hasn't been able to take on food. Like he'll strike, but he won't take it on his own. So Kyle has to like force feed him. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know what you're saying. So he wants to make sure he eats before he sends.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. But that's
smart.
We're waiting on the baby hognose from our friend Pat, who breeds them over here, and he's got 2 for me. And he said the same thing. He's just waiting for it to be able to feed properly, and then he'll go, right, okay, that's fine, it's all good.
Yep.
So yeah,
I understand that completely.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
What?
What?
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking?
I was saying I understand that completely. What he said.
Okay.
Because he said the same thing. He said that he's waiting for the. He has a friend that he's supposed to get 2 snakes, and they're just waiting for them to eat too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a pain. We've got a Kenyan sand boa that we've been asked to take on for a welfare case because it's just not eating. So we're waiting a little bit, and then we're going to feed it. We're actually feeding that later on tonight. And see what happens. They're so good. They really are. It's just so unique. Absolutely amazing. But the one that we've got is, I don't know what the morph is. I'm not going to lie to you. But he's jet black, and then he's got like a red line down his back. And he looks absolutely awesome.
That's a sand boa?
Yeah.
Man, that sounds nice.
Yeah, he's hiding at the moment, as they do.
Yeah, all they do is hide. What do you have your sand boas in? Let me ask, by the way.
So they are in a mix of different types of sand with a little bit of soil in them. So obviously it tries to emulate what they would naturally be in, but they're really boring because they're just a box of sand.
Sit down.
You know, you don't sit there and watch them cruising around all day. It's a jar of dirt. That's all it is.
Look at me, I got a jar of dirt.
Yeah, it is literally just a jar of dirt, and then you go, oh, and there's a snake in here somewhere. But when they're out, they got a lovely, cracking personality. They do so well at events, and they don't look intimidating either, which is wonderful.
Right.
So if somebody's really not sure about them, you go, bonk, there you go, it's a little worm. It's a version of a millipede with no legs. Go on, off you go. And they go, all right, okay. And then you actually say to them, well, actually, it's a sand boa. This is what it is. You know, its mouth's at the bottom, its eyes are at the top. It's got a little pointy face. You know, and they go, oh, right, what's that? And you tell them, and then the more they learn, the less they're worried.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we do like a good sand boa.
Yeah. So that's the same concept I use in my arachnophobia recovery. I tell everyone, the more you know about it, the less you'll be afraid of it. Despite the appearance, you can get over it.
Yeah, completely. It's, you know, we always, sorry, 2 seconds. I'm being eyed up by my very large leopard gecko. It's not feeding time. It's not. So we've got this very very large leopard gecko. He's 3 times the size of a normal leopard gecko.
Oh gosh.
And he's a big boy. He's just got such a funny character about him. He always likes to come up to the glass and say hello. He definitely likes his feeding time.
And what else? What other snakes do you have there in your personal collection?
So we have sand boas, corn snakes, royal pythons, boa constrictors, reticulated pythons, Burmese pythons, beauty rat snakes, hognose snakes. Just having a little walk around the house. Oh, yellow anaconda.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Wow.
Oh, she's spicy.
I hear the yellows are spicy than the greens.
Do you know what? She might only be 3 foot, but she's 20 foot in mind and body.
Oh, wow.
She's our version of a chihuahua. She's big attitude in a small body. She's awesome. What else have we got?
So you don't use her as shows?
Mm-hmm.
You don't use her as shows?
No?
At shows, do you use her? Like, do you bring her out for shows?
Not at the moment.
So she calms down.
Yeah, so I do a lot of the training with them first, which is why I end up with cuts and scars and everything all over me. And then once I'm happy with them, and then it goes down through everyone until it gets to my daughter. And if she's happy with handling it and the snake's happy being handled, then they come out to the event. Mm-hmm. Because if I can trust the snake with my own child,
all right, the other children,
you know, I can trust it with the public.
Right.
There are some that I probably might not use at shows. So the anaconda for me, I always wanted to have the 3 big snakes. So an anaconda, a retic, and a berm. I
know at the Reptilian Nation show they have a yellow anaconda. He has it like all over him.
Yeah. My team down in Ashford, they've got a yellow anaconda, and she's wonderful.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
I just happen to have the one with a bad attitude.
Right.
Makes a change.
The luck of the draw.
Yeah. Well, normally my Ashford group, they normally get the ones with a bad attitude. Don't know how that happens. So yeah, I thought I'd best take one for the team. So you know, we've got quite a few snakes, and then we've got the rest of them. So like lizards, so bearded dragons, geckos, 2 iguanas, a tegu. What else have we got? Oh yeah, we've got a menagerie. We've got a menagerie of them.
Wow.
So yeah,
That
but do you know what? They're all good. What's that, Cap?
That sounds like a kid's paradise.
Yeah, it's a zoo without having a zoo.
For real, it is. Like when I used to have
it's-
leopard geckos and bearded dragons, my nieces would be like, "Yo, can I hold the lizard?" Like, which one do you want to hold? And they wanted the bearded dragon.
I get it all. I get it all the time. So I'll be doing something during the day, sleeping normally, and then I'll get a knock at the door. The dogs bark. I'll go down. It's one of the kids from the village. And they go, "Can we see some animals?" Yeah, come on. And they'll come in and you know, show them around, get a couple of reptiles out, and then they go, "Oh, thanks, bye," and off they go. So you know, it's nice, you know, in a little small village community, but yeah, it is just having a zoo without having a zoo.
Yeah. Is there anything that you can show us?
Let's have a, oh, actually, I'll get him out because he's right here. Come here. Yeah, I know. Right. So this is Flump.
Oh,
who is the
fact.
Yeah. he's the big boy. I call him the XL bully version of a leopard gecko.
Hey, he is huge.
Yeah.
I always say that he's got so big his eyes have got boss-eyed.
He's so cute.
You know, which is wonderful, and he's such a fan favorite. He really is. And again, you know, quite well behaved. He doesn't mind being handled. You know, you run him through your hands a little bit, and you know, he doesn't mind it, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
But the one that I do like the most.
I like its chair too. It's purple and black. There's a gaming chair.
The chair? Yeah, the chair.
Yeah, I need a gaming chair.
Oh yeah.
But
so
I think I do pink and black.
This is my bearded dragon. So this is Freya. So
she's yellow.
Yeah, she's my first bearded dragon. So she's my longest serving. So we've had her for about 7 years. She's a rescue.
So
and she is so tolerant of all of the events and everything that we do. She's just, yeah.
I like how you use the word tolerance, because that's what these animals are. They can tolerate handling. It's not that they're docile, whatever. It's just they can tolerate it.
But it's also knowing that when they've had enough.
Yeah.
As well. So we've done events. So I've had some of the bigger snakes. So I've got a super dwarf golden child reticulated python, and she is absolutely awesome. But if she doesn't want to do it, she'll let me know.
Not today.
But I've had people that have done requests. Can you bring the big yellow snake? That's fine. I'll try. But if on the day I go to get him out and he doesn't want to, I'm not going to bring him.
Yep.
Because he's not feeling it, and I'm not going to bring him out and stress him out. I'd rather upset somebody and go, sorry, they're not here today, rather than put them through the added stress.
Yep.
So it's, you know, he's very much, you know, you do it on their time.
Exactly.
So yeah, we always, you know, try and keep that in mind. And if they are having a moment at events and shows, then we put them to rest. They go pop away in the dark box, and we put them out of the way so they can have a break and rest.
Yep, and call it a day.
just like what we do. If we're at work for a couple of hours, we go, oh, I need a break now.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing. You know, these are the reptiles. They're earning the money. You know, they're the ones that are going out to work. They're earning the money.
Yeah.
You know, to give themselves a better life. Well, we do that as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, for me, it's their pets first, and they always have been.
Yeah. The only difference is that their stress level is more higher than ours, where we can control it. Theirs is just instinct, and then they
Yes.
really can't control that. So.
Yeah. So where we have to be licensed by the local authority in Medway in Kent. What they ask is, one of the questions was, if you had your license revoked, so taken away from you, what would you do with your animals? And I said, first and foremost, they're not my animals. They're my pets. They're my family.
Yeah.
They stay. And she said, what, all of them? I said, well, heck yeah. I've taken them on.
Yeah.
They're my responsibility. If I don't do the job anymore, I've still got to pay to feed them.
Yeah.
So I pay to feed them. You know, we went and got some duck liver from one of the shops. It was on a special offer. We got it. It goes in the freezer for the tegus. When it went through the checkouts, the lady went, "Oh, that's really nice. What are you going to have for your liver?" I went, "Oh, it's not for me. It's for my lizard at home."
Yeah.
She didn't believe me. She did not believe me. No, you know, they eat better than we do.
Yes, that's true.
So yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, this is my favourite. When she goes, I'm gonna struggle with that one.
I wonder, can you preserve, now that we entered, or this door? So I'm very morbid, and I like skeletons and bones and stuff like that. So when my cat passes, I want to preserve him, like his entire skeleton. I know it sounds weird, but I would want to do that. So I want to do that with all my animals. Like, they're here now, they're going to be here on, past their life. So can you do that with, like, reptiles?
There is a company, or there are companies in the UK that can do it. Oh, have you just seen the boy Beardy? Ugh, always. Stop being a flooze. So there are companies out there that you can do it with. It's not something I would do, only because we've got 46 at the moment, and then rescues. So if I did that, I'd have a house full of. I'd look like a bone graveyard in here, cat. I really would. It would just,
That'll be my dream home.
Oh my God, cat.
Did you watch the Disney's Lion King with the hyenas and go, "I'm moving in there"?
Yes, that's what I did as a kid. I was like, oh my God, that'd be the coolest place to live.
How did I know? How did I know?
He said, "That's my dream house."
My Barbie dream house.
Once the hyenas moved out, cat's moving in.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I guess she likes that kind of stuff. I'll probably do like one, maybe 2 or 3 like snakes in there, but that's about it.
So, I mean, with snakes, you have snake shed, where you have bearded dragons. You have like the bearded dragon shed. Iguanas. We've got one of the ear shields from one of our iguanas and stuff like that, and we've turned them into jewellery. So then when some of the kids and that turn up, we'll have like a little, I call it a pocket money shop. So it's a cheap couple of quid per item type thing. And I can go, well, actually, if you've seen that animal that you like, that's their shed. And they can go, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which is lovely. It's really time consuming though. I'm not a fan of that. but you can do things like that. So we've tried that, and that works out well. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'll quite be at the level of bones. Not gonna lie.
Not my level of.
Yeah, not your level, at least. But maybe it was if it was like the skull of one of them, then we could have it, put it in like resin, so then that way I can then use it as a education tool.
Yeah.
So when we talk about obviously the jaws of the snakes, the back of the jaw, the quadrate bone, and where it doesn't meet in the middle, and I can actually show them the actual skeleton or the actual skull. I think that I wouldn't mind doing that.
I wasn't gonna say that. All right, so I got 2 questions left.
Go on.
I don't know if Kat has any questions.
I wanted to show him my skin bin.
Oh, go ahead.
So
Sounds like something from like Hannibal Lecter. Go on.
Yeah, so because tarantulas they have an exoskeleton. They don't really have bones. They actually don't have bones. So they do have molts, their sheds. So I collect their sheds, and I have two jars here. I have this one and this big bin. Yeah.
Wow.
So what I want to do is I want to take all of them and then put them like in a big wall. Yeah, I'm very, very scary.
No, but
That's not scary. That's just what you like.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it completely. But as I was saying, if I could get a snake skull and be able to use it for a learning tool, something like that, be brilliant. I will say one thing though, Kat. When it comes to Halloween, do you go all out?
Actually, that's the thing. I don't celebrate Halloween, but I do love like pumpkins for the season. I do love pumpkins because it's in season. I do love like the dark genre and stuff like that, but I'm not into like the demonic side of it. So I'm just your basic weird girl, as per se. I'm just weird.
I was going to say, all you need to do is just take that skin bin, empty it outside your front door, and they know we're going to be knocking on your door for sweets. None of them. They just lean over. If they can't reach and you can throw it, they're not having it.
That's basically. Don't knock here. I have tarantula skin.
I don't know. But like, I don't know if that's alive or if it's not. Kat, I'm not rigging your doorbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter how sweet the candy is. No.
Run. I'd be like,
yeah,
definitely not coming back here next year. Also, but yeah, so I have 2 questions. First question is, how'd you feel about the podcast, Jay?
It's been an absolute giggle. I've really enjoyed it. It has been absolutely amazing. It's not. It doesn't feel forced at all. You can have a lovely little chat and a good old chinwag, and absolutely awesome. Yeah. Really fun. Really enjoyed
Appreciate
it.
that.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, Jay. And my second question is, if you could change one thing in the hobby/industry, what would it be and why?
Oh, what as a whole?
Yeah, as a whole.
I'd make our voices louder. So we struggle a lot over here with animal rights activists, whatever they want to call themselves. We struggle with them because they are a couple of years ahead of us with putting out their information. Now, we try to fight and try to put out the right information, but we're a little bit slower to react. I would want us to be able to shout a little bit louder. That's what I'd want. I'd want us to shout a little bit louder, have more unity, like what you said earlier on. Have a little bit more unity together, to actually put across all the right information, because they make a huge difference.
That's
yeah. That's what I'd choose.
good one.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, you have any questions before we get
on? Is your collection? You said all those animals are like your pets.
Mm-hmm.
If you could do something different, would you still choose this in your life?
Yes, hands down. I would still choose this. I have found peace in here,
Yes.
and I've found passion in here, and it's made me a better person. And I've been able to do this through these lot. So for me, hands down, I would do this. If I went back, I'll do it sooner. If I could.
That's perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect answer. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, appreciate that, Jay. Yeah, well said. So.
That really came from here. I see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So before we get on out here, go ahead and plug yourself, Jay. And if you have any sponsor shout outs you would like to do, you can shout out whoever you want to shout out. But yeah, go ahead and let people know where they can find you. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Okay, so you can find us on Instagram and Facebook, RDJ Reptiles. We also have RDJ Rescue and Rehoming, which is a separate page on Facebook. So it's just dedicated to animals that are looking for rehomes. We work closely with lots of different people as well, lots of different companies. So we've got the Reptile House, who we work very closely with. And, not forgetting the National Centre for Reptile Welfare, which is where we started volunteering. And, they're the UK's biggest reptile rescue. And, what they do is just awesome. And then you've got Responsible Reptile Keeping, Tony and Vicky, who we know very, very well, good friends of ours. They are doing such a tireless job. As I said, just trying to fight that fight and give us a voice, much like USARC.
Yes.
So, for me, without them, yeah, it would definitely be a harder fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's and we're still fighting because a lot of people don't like a lot of positivity. They don't like So on our podcast, we do a lot of positivity. We lift each other up. Like we elevate people that come on the show, and they still talk to us after the show. Like, oh, your show was awesome.
Yeah.
You make me feel comfortable. It's always so positive afterwards. Like even with Kat gets positive feedback. Amy gets positive feedback. Like they're just so calm. Cool. Like
the one thing that we always find over in the UK, and you probably find it as well with the news, nothing goes quicker than negative news.
Yes.
Nothing spreads quicker than negative news. There's a bit of positive news, a couple of pages in. But it's always the negative news that gets the reads, it gets the likes, the comments, the whatever it is. For some reason, we have this big thing about if it's negative, we want to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think we need to get out of that.
And I get that, but like for me, that's like breaking my character. I'm not gonna like do something negative just to get followers or clout or whatever it is. I'm not that guy. More.
Do you know what? I couldn't do it. There's lots of things that we always try and do things when we book events and do stuff. We always go, okay, if we're going to do something, is it going to help somebody else? So Dover Council, they had a dinosaur day, and they needed to try and lift their the amount of views and all that. So they were like, right, okay, actually, let's try and get some real life reptiles. Boom, there you go. That's fine. I'll come and do the event with you. It's going to be good for me because it's a big public event, but it's going to be good for you. She's going to get more people in. So I always joke that my karma scales are like that, and I've got a lot that we're doing to help people, and this hand is very, very light. And it frustrates me, but that's the way I want it. I want to be there to be that positive. I want to be there to be that one that's there to help people, not the other way around. So I completely agree with you, Chris. It would break my character if I did it as well.
Yeah. And I think you're doing a fantastic job over there. You and your family. So
yeah.
Thank you. I do really appreciate that. Really do.
Yeah.
And before we get on in here, Jay, do you have a positive note you can leave for the viewers watching?
Do better. Do better. You know, we touched on it earlier on. You have people that have been in the industry for years and they still stick by, but this is the way I've done it, and I've done it for 30 years. But the knowledge has moved on from then. So just do better. That's it. Plain and simple. Just do better.
Perfect.
All right. And you, Kat, anything?
I think going back to Eric, EA Snakes, I remember he said, at one of the podcasts, he said, just because a person is having a bad day and they don't show it, doesn't mean for you to be like, oh, that person's okay, never mind, I don't have to ask them. No, still ask and see if they're okay. Like, anyone could be sitting here with a smile on, but behind the screen or behind closed doors, they're actually dealing with something. So if you notice little details about someone, make sure you're there for them. Make sure that you tell them, hey, I'm here for you. So I just wanted for everyone, if you notice that little detail, do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree.
On that note, if y'all have nothing else to say, guys, we're going to get on out of here. Have a good night. I know you're going to go to bed. But you have a good night, brother. Appreciate you. I know for us, we still have the whole day. But yeah, like Kat says, I'm going to feed off Kat. Go ahead and check on your loved ones, you know, elevate people around you, lift each other up, never put each other down. Be respectful, you know, be respectful towards each other, because you never know what one is going through. Saying hi or saying thank you goes a long way. You don't know it. And just hugging people like, hey, you know, give them a hug. You never know how much they need that. So on that note, guys, always love each other and lift each other up. Y'all have a good night, guys. We out of here.
Thank you. Cheers.
Lights come on, pulse in the air, we unite. Cold-blooded, got 5 feet in the night. Cold-blooded, caffeine, fueling the fight. Reptile crew, got our backs tight. Thank you fans for keeping us all. CMB reptiles rolling with soul. Hold no soul, lifting our goal. Together we burn like burning coal. Elevate, more fries in the show. Irresistible pythons letting it flow. Better reef crew, yeah, but watch them go. Indigo, reptile coast, set the glow. Shadow feeders with shadow feeders. Under the rock with cold-blooded hitters. Ship your reptiles, make life better. South Bay reptiles through every weather. Blue tongue, Shama, Blue Tongue Republic. Arc adventures, riding Republic. No fakes, no breaks, we're here to publish. Taking it higher, dreams embellished. Sponsors love through beats, we